Hello friends, how's it going? It's me, Betty Jean. Today's video, I am playing with yet another part of the new Odin's Eye Saga of Freya series. I've already done a full first impressions with the collection as a whole, where I focused on doing a tutorial on the actual Saga of Freya palette, the double-sided palette here. So that is already up, and I included swatches of all three palettes, but there will be swatches about the palette that I'm using today in this video as well. Moving on, I've also already uploaded my video with Chapter 1, Tears of Freya. This is the Amber Tears palette. My tutorial with this is already up as well, so go check that video out if you haven't seen it yet. And today we are going to be playing with the third and final palette of the collection. This is Chapter 2, Cat with Golden Carriage. This is the Cat's Breath palette. It is such a pretty color story. I love the turquoise tealy mixture with the little pops of peachy orange. It's very fun, very colorful. I have had a few people ask me to compare this palette to the Electro Turquoise from Kaleidos, so there will be swatch comparisons at the end of the video, don't you worry. This collection was sent to me as PR from Odin's Eye. Thank you so much, Odin's Eye, for sending it over, but this video is not sponsored. The previous two videos were not sponsored. I have worked with them in the past, but these videos are just done on my own free will. This collection is launching in just a couple days as of the moment this video will go up. I will have all the details about the launch down in my description box, and you can use my affiliate code BEAUTBEAN for 10% off if you want to save some money. I do make a small commission off of that code, so no pressure, but I appreciate it so much if you use it. Okay, anyways, I think I've babbled enough in this intro. We are going to do a tutorial with this palette. I love how it came out, side note, and then at the end I will do the swatch comparisons with the Kaleidos palette just so you can see how similar anything might be. Let me just give you my jewelry and wig details really quick before we hop in. I don't know where this choker's from because it was a gift, so sorry. This ring is from Edalove. I don't know if you'll see my plugs in this video, but they are from Hear No Evil Level. Hi, hello, how is it going? Today is the 16th. I've just been running around doing errands today, and now I have time to film, and I'm so excited. We're doing a halo eye today. Just want to play with all of these colors. I mean, I'm not gonna play with all of them, but I wanna play with all of them. I'm gonna play with as many as I can, and it's gonna be super smoky and turquoise and tealy, bluey. It's gonna be really cute. All right, let me get primed. I'm gonna use my Smashbox Lid Primer in Light as per usual. And I'm gonna blend it out, and I'm not gonna set it because I don't prefer to do that. So I'm just gonna start with Catnip, and I wanna just get kind of like a transition going to help the darker tealy color blend out easier. I'm gonna use a ColourPop E2 brush. I'm just going to swirl that in the crease, keeping a very rounded shape. I don't want it to be too winged out or anything like that. I want it to stay just very rounded so that I can create just that soft, round, haloed shape. I'll tuck a little under the lower lash as well, but I don't want to drag it too far down here. I'm so excited to finally be playing with this palette. It's so cute. All right, Bad Temper. I love the names in this palette. It's so funny. With that, I'm gonna take this ColourPop E9 brush. It's just like a larger pencil brush. And with this, I'm going to focus it on the inner and outer portion of my eye. Do you have cats? I'm a cat lady. I have 4 cats. I would love to hear about your cats. I have a fluffy gray one named Absol. He's named after the Pokemon. I have a short white hair cat named Kanade. She's named from the anime Angel Beats. I'm gonna smudge this on my lower lash line. I have a large orange tabby. His name is Felix. We named him from Wreck-It Ralph, Fix-It Felix. And then we have a fluffy calico named Leela. And when we adopted her, she was already 2 and her name was Lisa. And I didn't feel like Lisa fit her, so we changed it to Leela from Futurama. I would love to hear all about your kitties though. Taking some more of that catnip shade, the first shadow, just to swirl along the edges of the darker shade. And I'm just gonna kind of go back and forth between both of these, kind of building and blending until I'm satisfied with it. So I'm gonna go back in with a little bit more of that darker shade just to build again. And then just taking my fluffy brush once more, no additional product though. I'm just gonna use the leftover and just light pressure. I love it. I love it, I love it, I love it. So pretty. Okay, so for the halo, I'm gonna have the shade Bling on the inner and outer portion of my lid blending into those mattes, and then I want Soft to be the in-between color. I think that'll add a nice little contrast of colors. I was gonna do one of the really light toppery shades, but I think I'm just gonna use one of those in my inner corner today because I really wanna use that soft shadow. So taking my NYX glitter primer on this old, what is this called? SL Miss Glam brush. It's an N15. It's just a packing brush. I got this in a BoxyCharm a million years ago. So just gonna slap this little bloop of glitter primer across the lid. I'm not doing like a cut crease halo eye or anything. I just want it to be blended and blown out and smoky and all the good things. All right, dipping right into bling. Oh, I'm so excited, okay. Oh yes. And this is again just gonna go on this inner and outer portion of the lid. I'm gonna leave the inside blank. Oh my gosh, it's so just textured and pretty and delicious. It's both textured and smooth at the same time. I've said it before in this whole series of this saga of palettes, but I'll say it again, Oden's Eye does such a good job at creating shimmers that are very like special and glitzy and glimmery without it being glitter. And I love that. Gonna take my big fluffy blending brush just to very lightly dust at the edges. I'll take the other brush too, no additional product, just to dust at the edge so it just flows nicely. Oh, I love it. Okay, now taking the shade Soft, and I'm just gonna use my finger, so I'm not trying to be precise anyways. I just wanna slap it right in the middle. Oh yes. I'm just gonna keep slowly building this up. Oh, I think that's a cute little shade. Again, I'm just gonna lightly blend right where that edge is. And I'm also gonna take the brush that I used with the shimmer blue, no additional product, I'm just using whatever leftover is on it, just to kind of tap at the edge so that it's all flowing nice. It's so pretty. Okay, I know I said I wasn't going to, but I think I am gonna take a little bit of Wool Ball, just a little bit of it on the clean side of this packing brush, just to very lightly dust over top, just to add a little bit of extra glisten. Don't know how much of a difference it made, but it makes me happy, so. And I guess just for the heck of it, let's take Cat Star, the shimmery light bluey topper shade, and that's gonna be my inner corner highlight. Because I think that is just going to go with the flow so nicely. Look at how shiny, beaming that is, oh my goodness. So yeah, I guess that about wraps it up for this look with this palette. I think it's so cute. I really like that peach in the middle of my lid. I think that really like takes it to the next level. All right, well then I'm gonna repeat this on the other eye, throw on my lashes, eye pencil, and something on my lips, and I will be back when my look is complete. All right, my look is complete. I love this. I think it's so pretty. I just love the contrast of that peachy shade in the middle of all this turquoise. I think it's really pretty. The eye pencil I paired with this is Macrame from ColourPop. I just thought this like very warm, shimmery shade would complement the lid, and I think it does actually. I think it pulled out even more of that tone. My lashes are the style Fiona from Noella Lashes, and then my lip combo is mostly Bow and Arrow liquid lipstick from KVD Beauty with a little bit of Lunar Beauty Celine gloss over top. So yeah, that's it for this look. I think it came out so pretty. Let me zoom out and I will give you my thoughts on the palette so far. All right, I got my swatch comparisons for you with the Cat's Breath palette from Oden's Eye and then also the Electro Turquoise from Kaleidos. So just starting down the line, I just did all the swatches in order in the Oden's Eye palette, and then I just compared what I thought might be similar from the Electro Turquoise palette. So starting here is Catnip from Oden's Eye, and I compared that to Force Field from Kaleidos. Very similar, but they're not exactly the same tone. I feel like this one's more minty and this one's more turquoise, if that makes sense. And then scooting on down, this is the shade Bling from Oden's Eye, and I compared that to Tron from Kaleidos. Again, they're similar, but I feel like the undertone is very different. The Oden's Eye one is almost like silvery blue, whereas the other one is more like an aqua turquoisey blue. So a different shift entirely. This peach shade is called White Peach from Oden's Eye. There wasn't anything similar from Kaleidos, so I just left it by itself. And then this one here is Wool Ball from Oden's Eye, and I compared that to Shockwave from Kaleidos. These are the most similar out of everything in my opinion. I feel like there isn't that much of a difference. This one, if anything, from Oden's Eye is a little bit more slightly champagne-y, whereas the other one is more of like a pure silver, but they're both that very sparkly, toppery shade. Very, very similar. Moving down the line, we have Warmth from Odin's Eye and Voltaic from Kaleidos. Again, completely different shades of orange. The Kaleidos one is much lighter and more yellow-based. And then scooting down again, we have Cat Star from Odin's Eye, and I compared that again to Shockwave from Kaleidos. And again, these are very similar in the sense that they're that sparkly topper shade, but the Odin's Eye one has more blue in it, so it's not the same. It's not as similar as like the two over here by any means. Moving down again, we have Bad Temper from Odin's Eye, and I compared that to Digiteal from Kaleidos. Again, different undertones. The Odin's Eye one I feel like has more green, whereas the Kaleidos has more blue. Soft from Odin's Eye, there was nothing similar to it from Kaleidos in this palette, so I left it by itself. And then here at the end, we have Cat Hair from Odin's Eye with Wired from Kaleidos. The Kaleidos one is a bit deeper and a little bit more cool tone, not by that much. And technically the Odin's Eye one is more of a sequin shadow. It has those little bits of sparkle pressed in, but it's basically a matte, but not exact dupes. The ones that I feel like is like pretty much the same are the silvery shiny ones, but they're not exact. I'll even scoot these swatches closer for you so you can see it more clear. But I feel like none are exact dupes, but if you feel like you don't need both, then by all means don't get both, but there aren't a ton of exact dupes. If anything, I feel like the Odin's Eye one is like an extension on the Kaleidos one, if that makes sense. And I'm not sad that I have both in my collection because I love this color story. Hiya, welcome back. I hope you enjoyed my tutorial. I hope you like my look. I love how it came out. It's so pretty. I think this might be my favorite look so far I've done with this collection. I love it. It's so pretty. It's so me. I love these tones. I also hope those swatch comparisons were helpful for you. As I mentioned before, I feel like they're definitely similar vibes. It's very much that same kind of color story, very much old school Taco Bell vibes is what I call it. But I do feel like there aren't very many exact dupes. The only ones that I felt like were really, really close were Shockwave from Kaleidos with Wool Ball from Odin's Eye. Everything else is just similar but not exact. And if you feel like you don't need this palette because you already have the Kaleidos, then that's fine. You don't have to have everything. If you feel content with what you already have in your collection, by all means, cool. The swatch comparisons were just there for those who asked and those who need it, and if you needed help just determining if there were exact dupes or not, hopefully that was helpful. I'm not here to tell you what to do. I'm just here to play with makeup and talk about pretty things. I would love to know your thoughts on this palette, this collection as a whole. Which of these three palettes is your favorite so far? I think it is the Cat one. This was my prediction at the beginning when I first saw them all, and I still think it might be my favorite. I love this color story. I love the tones in here. Love the shimmers, but I'm really happy with all three of these so far. If I had to rank them, I would rank it the Cat one #1, the Amber Tears one #2, this really pretty springy summery palette, and then the double-sided one is #3. And I don't dislike this palette, I just like the other two more. I would love to know if you're interested in picking any of these up. I just want to hear all of your thoughts down below. If you made it to the end of this video, why don't you leave me a cat emoji because it was the Cat's Breath palette. And if you liked this video, please make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you're not already, please hop over to my Instagram. It's BeautB and follow me there. I post every single day. And don't forget to subscribe. I'm posting most days here as well. Thank you so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okay, bye.